Okay, welcome back to my channel. I keep seeing this thing in the in the media, and I figure, you know what, I got to talk about it because it's getting really crazy. It's getting really crazy. So this is about Janelle Evans and her husband David Eason, and he allegedly killed their dog. He murdered the dog, right? So, I mean, once I heard that shit, I said, okay, shit, white people not gonna like this shit. This shit gonna be crazy. You know this shit crazy. White folks love their animals, and they're not gonna like that shit too. I mean, black people like animals too, but not on the same level, right? And this shit is so crazy. It is absolutely crazy, the stories I'm hearing. So now, I'm seeing this article. I see this article said Janelle Evans' husband was covered in blood after viciously beating the dog. So I'm going to read an excerpt from that. Right? Because now, because the people got so many complaints. Like, once this story came out, and I think how it came out is, she posted on social media about how she missed the dog and all this stuff and saying that he killed the dog. And, so a lot of people who, I guess, who follow her or whatever, they were distraught by the news and they reported the shit. So the county got so many complaints that the Columbus County Sheriff Office and the Columbus County Animal Control, they're doing a joint investigation into this shit, right? It's serious. It's sick, yo. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not even into animals like that, but I don't even like reading this shit. It's sick. And, so let me read a little excerpt from this article, alright? It says, the beating and execution of Janelle Evans' French Bulldog Nugget was so intense that David Eason was covered in blood after finishing off the lifeless animal. Sources with direct knowledge of the situation tell the blast, after Nugget nipped at 2-year-old Ansley, Eason allegedly sprung up, grabbed the dog by the throat, and slammed it on the ground. So, he basically, the story is he killed the dog because it nibbled at the 2-year-old child, right? Okay, continue with the article. We are told Eason then began beating the dog inside the house, allegedly hitting it in the throat and throwing the French Bulldog into a kitchen table. Our source says the dog was wailing while Eason allegedly rained punches down on the animal's head, and everyone in the house was too terrified to stop him during the attack. Eason then picked up the apparently lifeless dog and allegedly threw it out the front door before walking inside the house and grabbing a pistol and shotgun and then returning outside. We are told after the dog was shot to death, Eason returned to the home with his hands and clothes covered in blood. We are told Janelle was home at the time, but the scene was so intense and traumatic that nobody said anything to Eason. So basically, they're saying that the law enforcement, the county sheriff's office, they're basically saying that unless somebody in the home at the time files a report, there's nothing much they can do about the situation. They can't do anything to him. So basically, he would have killed the dog, brutally murdered that dog like that, and there's nothing they can do unless somebody, like say, if Janelle were to go and file a complaint against him for that, then they could investigate it properly and possibly charge him with animal cruelty or something like, whatever they can charge him with on that. And that's just basically, that's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's like white people law, right? Because if there was something come out on Michael Vick doing something like that, he'd be under the jail right now. You know that shit. Michael Vick would be under the jail right now. There wouldn't be no shit about needing somebody to file a report for them to do anything. That man would be under the jail right now, okay? But this is what I keep talking about. Like, there are two different types of laws. There are laws for white people. We gotta follow the process. This needs to happen first. This needs to happen next. And then there are laws for black people. Oh, we're gonna lock these niggas up right now. We're gonna lock them up right now, okay? Two different set of laws, alright? And, so basically they can't do anything to him unless Janelle, I guess, go and files a complaint. And she just coming on social media posting fuck shit, talking about how, oh, I'm so alone, I miss the dog so much, blah, 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 blah. I miss Nugget, I miss you. Bitch, go file a fucking complaint and get some justice for the dog if you love the dog so much. That shit just, the first thing I thought, I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is how I think. The first thing I thought when I heard that shit is, these people are on drugs. That's what I think. That's the first thing that goes through my mind. they on drugs. This shit don't sound right. Like who does shit like that, yo? Who does shit like that? First of all, let me break this down to you. Like, yeah, he killed the dog, allegedly, because I haven't seen anything where they said they found the dog's body or anything, so they could just be making up some fuck shit for publicity. But let's go with the assumption that this really happened, alright? First of all, I would hate to think that they would actually kill a dog and do some fucked up shit like this just to get some publicity. You know, she's from that Teen Mom show. I guess he was on there too. And, you know, these celebrity people, they'll do anything for, these reality show people, they'll do anything for fucking publicity. You know, they'll do any fucking thing. But this would be like, who would do some shit like that? You know people love animals. Why would you put out a story like this? Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, I would cancel you. I would cancel you right away. I don't even like animals like that, and they canceled in my book. She canceled, and he canceled. All she keep doing is posting fuck shit on social media, and she ain't gonna file no complaint against him or nothing for that shit, okay? But let me break this down to you, alright? Let's be honest about this. This not about that dog, right? Why is Child Protective Services not even there checking on the welfare of that child? Because that don't sound like a good environment to raise a child in. That sounds like an abusive relationship. First of all, if you a man and you know your wife has this dog and she loved that dog, you know she loved that dog, and she coming on social media talking about how much she missed the dog and she hurting so much since he killed the dog, right? So if you know somebody loved that animal like that, and you kill that animal in front of them brutally, that's mental abuse. That is mental abuse. That's at the minimum. I can't say it's a physical abusive relationship. I haven't heard anything about him beating her up. But at the minimum, that is a mentally abusive relationship. Can you imagine you got a dog and you love that dog and your boyfriend or husband fucking execute the dog in front of you? Basically kill that dog in front of you, and you're powerless and helpless to do anything about it? That's a traumatic, that's an emotionally abusive relationship. They're in an emotionally abusive relationship. So how can a husband and wife be in a relationship like that and that be a good environment to raise a child in, right? Why are Child Protective Services not interviewing these people and checking out their situation? Because that does not sound like a good house to raise a child in. This is some fuck shit, okay? This is some really, really messed up shit. Okay, and I hope they're not doing some fake shit for publicity, because I don't know why you would put out something like this for publicity. I really don't. I mean, you had to be on some serious fucking drugs to think that this is a good idea to get some publicity. So I'm working on the assumption that this shit is really happening, and this really happened, right? Yeah, I mean, like, what are you gonna come back later and say, oh man, we was just messing with y'all. I can't believe y'all believe that shit. We was just messing with y'all, blah, blah. Like, really? Really? Even if you was just messing, I'd still cancel you, okay? I'd still cancel you. But I'm working on the assumption that this is true, and that this really happened, and this is really fucked up. And I don't understand how they're talking about they can't do nothing unless somebody file a complaint. Again, there's white law and there's black law. When some woman go on social media and say, this ball player did this to me, or this NFL football player did this to me, that's enough for them to start investigating. That's enough for everybody to start investigating and suspending people and all kinds of fuck shit. And even if the person just put it on social media, they didn't go to the police, they didn't do anything, and they didn't file any complaint with the police, but the leagues want to investigate them, everybody want to investigate them, and all kinds of shit. And this woman posts this on social media, and they still talking about they need somebody to file a complaint before they can do anything about the situation. White law versus black law. Black law, you're already guilty. We just needed a reason to lock you up. You's already guilty. White law is you innocent, and it's gonna take a whole lot for us to come get you. And so far we ain't got no reason to come get you. Just some crazy woman posting on social media about you killing a dog. You good, don't even worry about it. It's all good. Anyway, if this really took place, there's some sick fuck shit people, okay? This is some really fucked up shit, and I don't even care about animals like that. But this is some fucked up shit. And they need to be canceled, both of them. Both of them. Cancel both of them. Alright? That's all I gotta say about that. So, thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. I need you to subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and have a good day.